Well, what it do, comic bros? It's your boy, Super Duper Sean, and this is Power of Comics. And guess what? No intro today. Y'all already know it is a good day to be a collector. I said it again for my people in the back. It is a good day to be a collector. And you already know what I'm talking about if you tuned in, because DC just dropped a fall catalog and it is packed with the omnibuses. It is packed with them thick, big books. It is packed. It is packed with them dumbbells. That's what I call them, because you can just grab an omni and next thing you know, you built like Hercules, dog, just lifting them omnis, bro, and just curling omnis. Oh yeah. If you can't tell, man, I'm hyped because one of my favorite most wanted books finally got announced. Now, last catalog, Deathstroke the Terminator was one of my most wanted books, and it got announced, y'all, and I was just feeling fabulous. Nothing could get me off clout 9 when I heard that Deathstroke the Terminator by Marv Wolfman was getting an omnibus. Yo, and I feel the same way now when I heard that Deceased was getting an omnibus. I couldn't even hold it, y'all. Deceased. Woo! Y'all already know about Deceased, but before I get into that, I need y'all to like the video and subscribe to the channel. This is Power of Comics. I'ma say it again for my people in the back. This is from Bleeding Cool. This article is official. So let's get into some of the new drops right now from DC Omnibuses. Let's go. We are finally getting the Authority Omnibus Volume 2. Woo! Hey, Volume 1 was fire. It's been out of print for a while. I have it on my shelf, and I can't wait to pair with number 2. The Authority is... it's like a street level version of the Justice League. You know what I'm saying? And as long as we get more obscure characters, as long as we get more DC omnibuses, hey, I'm excited for this run, yo. The first omnibus was great. The first story was fire. Let's see what it collects, and let's see how many pages is in this joint. The Authority Omnibus Volume 2 is slated to drop July 29th, 2025. $125. Cover charge 1,528 pages. That thing thick. That thing thick. And if you want to know how thick that thing is, y'all remember the Justice League Dark? That was about 1,600 pages. So this is about what? 80 pages off. So you know this is packed with a lot of content. 125, but between me and you, if we go to the right sites, we can get that thing for about 75, 80. You already know what I'm talking about. Let's keep it moving. Uh-oh. Everybody has been asking about this. Is this going to get an omnibus? Hey, I skipped on the hardcovers because the run was so popular. So many people were praising this run that I was like, yo, I know it's going to get an omni. I just got to sit tight, sit back, kick back, relax, read some other books that's going to hold me over until this omnibus drop. Yes, that was 3 years ago, but hey, patience is a virtue when it comes to collecting. Yo, Nightwing by Tom Taylor is getting an omnibus. Yo, this run, I haven't read it myself. I told y'all I had to hold off on it. But man, I've heard so many great things. I heard about a dog named Bitewing in it. Yo, I just heard the art is fantastic. Let's see what it collects. Nightwing by Tom Taylor Omnibus. Set to release July 22nd, 2025. $100 cover price. That's not bad, y'all. $100, that's not too bad. 752 pages. Nightwing is back and blue and better. Nightwing is back and blue and better than ever. Tom Taylor's iconic and character-defining run of Nightwing is now collected in an omnibus format. This collects Nightwing 78 through 100, Batman Urban Legends 10, Nightwing 2021, Annual Number 1, Superman, Son of Kal-El, number 9. Okay, so we getting a lot with this. 752 pages. It's, what is it, 4 hardcovers? So hey, that might be the whole run. I'm not sure how that might be the whole run. We might be getting the volume 2, but you can bet Tom Taylor's omnibus editions always sell well. This has been a run that I wanted in omnibus format for a while, so I'm just happy we getting it. Let's keep it moving. Batman War Games Omnibus. This is set to release July 15th, 2025. $125 cover price, 1,152 pages. Gotham's criminal underworld have gone to war using Gotham City as their own personal battleground. To stop the chaos, Batman will need to pull in every ally to aid him before it's too late. The tensions in Gotham City criminal underworld have escalated from rival gang battles to all-out war with Gotham citizens caught in the middle of a hostile conflict. Ooh, that sounds good, y'all. That sounds good. Now, I never read the War Games story or the omnibus. I mean, of course, I never read the War Games run. Please, let me know if this is fire or not in the comment section. Let's see what this collects. Collecting Batman Legends of the Dark Knight 182 through 184. Batman 631 through 634. 642 to 644 of Detective Comics. 790 through 800. 809, 810. Robin 126 to 131. Nightwing 96 through 98. Batman Gotham Knights 56 through 58. Batgirl 53, 55 and 57. Catwoman 34 through 36. Solo number 10. Batman Allies Secret Files 2005 number 1. Batman The 12 Cent Adventure number 1. And Batman Villains Secret Files 2005 number 1. So it seems like this is a little older series, you know, about 20 years old, 2005. But hey man, I'm still excited. Anytime we get some new collected editions, some new omnibus hardcovers, it is a good day. Let's keep it moving. Already, Hellblazer Volume 2 by Jamie Delano. Yeah, more Constantine. Finally, let's get more Hellblazer on the shelf. I think the only one that's released right now is the Garth Ennis run, and man, was that run excellent. The crazy thing about that run is I read the first like 8 issues, and for some reason I didn't like it, right? But I kept reading it, and then I just loved it. Went back and read those 8 issues again and loved it. So I was like, yo, we need more Constantine, man. Ever since he was introduced in the pages of Alan Moore's Swamp Thing, he has been a staple in the DC world, especially when it comes to the more mature content. So I'm happy to see John Constantine get some more love. Let's see what it collects in the day it drops. John Constantine Hellblazer by Jamie Delano Omnibus Volume 2. Ron Tenner on art. Is set to release July 8th, 2025 and has a cover price of $100. 864 pages. Writer Jamie Delano's Hellblazer era continues in a massive collection of stories starring DC's beloved magic-wielding anti-hero, John Constantine, following the initial omnibus, collecting Jamie Delano's groundbreaking Hellblazer work. Oh yeah, I already know this is gonna be fire, man. I've heard so much good things about this. When I asked people, yo, after I read the Hellblazer, I was trying to find out what's some more good runs to read, and they always brought up the Delano run. But those trade paperbacks, they were hard to find in order because there were so many of them that I was just like, yo, I'm intimidated. I'm going to just wait. Thank you, because we finally got that omnibus dropping next year. Let's keep it moving. We finally got a Supergirl omnibus, y'all. New 52 Supergirl Omnibus. written by Mike Johnson, Mohammed Azhar on the art. This is set to release July 8th, 2025, and has a page count of 1,032 pages. The last daughter of Krypton is ushered into a new era as part of DC's initiative, the New 52. Crashing to Earth on an escape pod through turbulence and chaos is the last daughter of Krypton. Unlike her cousin, who landed on a warm Kansas City amongst kindly farmers, the Supergirl first lands on a frozen tundra and met by immediate threats to her life. Yo, never read the New 52 run, man. I wish this was the Peter David run, y'all. The Peter David run came way before this. I think the Peter David was the 90s run. I bought the first 2 trades. I read the first trade, y'all, and I loved it so much. I said, I know this is going to get an omnibus. This is too damn good not to get it. I am not reading no more. I'm going to wait for that oversized format. I'm going to wait for that hardcover so I can hold it in my hand like this, and then I can smell it, get that good omnibus smell. Y'all collectors know what I'm talking about. Y'all know y'all love the smell of a new omnibus. Yeah, that's what I was thinking when I was reading Peter David's. But the New 52 Supergirl should be interesting because I like a lot of the stuff from the New 52. There was a lot of great things that spun out from it. So I'm excited to read it, and I can't wait to get this one in my hand. Let's keep it moving. And the Supergirl, it collects. Supergirl New 52 Omnibus collects Red Lanterns number 29, Supergirl 0 through 40, Green Lantern / Red Lanterns number 28, Action Comics featuring Cyborg, Superman number 23, and Supergirl Futures in number 1. Next on the list, speaking of Supergirl, her cousin is flying in. Superman by Philip Kennedy Johnson, Omnibus Volume 1, baby. I've heard magnificent things about this run. Philip Kennedy Johnson is a very talented writer. I loved him on Last God. Yo, his writing is amazing. I heard his Superman run is groundbreaking, and yo, I cannot wait to read it. Let's see what it collects. Superman by Philip Kennedy Johnson, Omnibus Volume 1 is set to release July 1st, 2025. Page count 896 with a cover price of $125. Superstar writer Philip Kennedy Johnson takes Superman to an enslaved world with mysterious ties to Krypton. With a goal of liberating the brutal war world, Superman will face foes both new and familiar. Philip Kennedy Johnson takes the Man of Steel to new, brutal, and unforgiving worlds. Yo. Collects Action Comics 10, 20... Collects Action Comics 1029 to 1049, Superman 29 through 32, Infinite Frontier 0, Superman in Authority 1 through 4, Superman Son of Kal-El 16 through 18, Action Comics 2022, Annual 1, Batman Superman Authority Special 1, Superman World Apocalypse 1. Yo! So we getting Superman and the Authority 1 through 4 through here. That is awesome. This is amazing. This is a must buy for me. Let's keep it moving. Oh, the Authority Omnibus is getting a reprint. Finally, DC's Omnibus. Yo, I had stopped reading comics for a while, right? And my partner was telling me, hey, this Tom Taylor guy. I'm like, man, I don't know, bro. I don't know. Zombies and heroes. I don't know how that's gonna, it didn't sound appealing to me. Anyways, I read it and I was instantly hooked and pulled back in. So Deceased is always gonna have a special place in my heart because it pulled me back into the hobby that I love so much. I'm telling y'all, if it wasn't for Deceased, I probably wouldn't even have started my channel. I'm telling you, that's how much When I read that, I was just amazed by it. It was great, and I love this series. I passed on every hardcover, and it was hard to pass on them deluxe editions, but I passed on those because I knew without a shout of a doubt that this run was gonna get an omnibus. It is too great. It is too amazing. Now let's see what this collects and when it's set to be released. DC Omnibus is set to release June 17th, 2025. It has a page count of 1,056. A mysterious techno-virus has been released on Earth, infecting 600 million people, turning them into vicious, undead creatures. With the world turned into a war zone, can the heroes face their most notorious threat yet? The massive Omnibus edition collects the entirety of one of the most terrifying superhero tales in DC's modern age. This collects Deceased 1 through 6, Deceased, A Good Day to Die #1, Deceased, Dead Planet 1 through 7, Deceased, Unkillables 1 through 3, Deceased, Hope at World's End 1 through 15, Deceased, War of the End, Deceased, War of the Undead Gods 1 through 8. Yo, so this is actually collecting everything. I cannot wait. This is collecting every Deceased series, mini-series, all in one. We getting everything that has to do with the Deceased world, and I am stoked about it. Let's keep it moving. The next omnibus is Batman Detective Comics by James Tynion, Volume 1. Okay. This is set to release June 24th, 2000. This is set to release June 24th, 2025, with a cover price of $125, 880 pages. This collects Detective Comics 0 through 26, Detective Comics Annual 1 through 2. Next, we have Green Lantern Silver Age Omnibus, Volume 2. This is a new edition, so this has already been released, so this must be a reprint. Also, we got the Red Lantern series from the New 52. I've heard great things about this. I've heard people just gush about this series. I've heard people just build this up like it was the best thing cooking in the New 52 era. So I am so stoked to read this. A Red Lantern Omnibus? We get to learn about the Red Lanterns? Oh yeah, man, sign me up. After playing with old boy in Injustice, I want to see what his core like. I want to see the little cat. I want to see Lara, all of them. So let's see what it is. And this is Red Lanterns, the New 52 Omnibus, set to release June 10th, 2025. Has a cover price of $125, 1,088 pages. The fan favorite Red Lanterns, full of rage and fury, return in their very own series as part of the acclaimed DC relaunch, the New 52. With blood and rage of Crimson Red, they fill men's soul with the darkest dread. They twist your minds to pain and hate. They'll burn you all. That is your fate. This collects Red Lanterns 0 through 27, 29 through 40. Stormwatch number 9, Supergirl 31, Green Lantern, Red Lanterns 28, Green Lantern Annual 2, Red Lanterns Annual 1, Red Lanterns Future End number 1. Let's keep it moving. The DC Universe by Steve Ditko Omnibus. Okay, so we got this is set to release June 10th. Cover price $125, 1,168 pages. Cosmic Odyssey is getting another deluxe edition, reprint 2025 edition. James Starlin, Mike Mignola. I love this book. I have this deluxe edition. I love the story. Mike Mignola. Mike Mignola on the art. I can't even. I have a. Hey, try to say that 5 times fast. Mike Mignola. Mike Mignola. Let's keep it moving. Superman Golden Age Omnibus is getting a reprint. After the Spectre Omnibus is getting a reprint. Wonder Woman by Greg Rucka Omnibus Volume 1. I've heard great things about this run, y'all. I've heard people just gush about it. I've heard people build it up. I always wanted to read it. I'm happy I waited to get it in omnibus format, and I'm stoked. This is set to release May 27th, 2025. Has a cover price of $125 and 1,000 pages. Collecting Wonder Woman, 195 through 226. The Flash, 219. Wonder Woman. Number 1, the Hectia. Blackest Night, Wonder Woman, 1 through 3. Oh, a bombshell just dropped, y'all. I didn't even know this was on here. Injustice 2 Omnibus. Let's go. Y'all, Injustice was my first omnibus. I kid you not. I had a small hardcover, right? And it was only about 225 pages, right? So I read it and I was like, where's the rest of the story? Like, where's the rest of the Injustice story, right? I got on online, got the, Googling, trying to find it all in one, and that's how I stumbled onto the omnibus edition. I read it, I was like, what is an omnibus? And then I seen the page count. I was like, oh, is this real? Ordered it, seen that thing. It's been up ever since, y'all. I promise you, that's the story. Let's see what this collects. Injustice 2 Omnibus, set to release May 20th. 2025, 920 pages, the official prequel to the best-selling video game. Tom Taylor, alongside a team of acclaimed artists, bring fans into a brutal alternate version of the DC Universe. Continuing the story from the Injustice Gods Among Us comic book series, Superman is behind bars in a maximum security prison, and the safety on the world now rests on the shoulders of Batman. This collects Injustice 2, 1 through 36, Injustice 2 Annual 1 and 2. What? Yo, so I also seen that Nightwing Rebirth got an omnibus. Yo, another bombshell, y'all. I did not expect to see this on here. Suicide Squad by Ostrander Omnibus Volume 1. Yo, every time I talk about Suicide Squad, we talk about the comics. I've read the miniseries that Tom Taylor wrote. It was fantastic. I've read the New 52 stuff. Suicide Squad versus the Justice League, but they always say the Ostrander stuff lays the groundwork. The Ostrander stuff is the best. So I'm like, okay, I'm all for it. I can't wait to dive in it. Cause his Spectre run, woo! We don't even want to talk about that. It's criminal that we haven't got that omnibus yet. But let's stay on Suicide Squad. I'm happy for it. Let's see what it collects and when it's set to release. Suicide Squad by John Ostrander, Omnibus Volume 1, May 2025, May 20th, 2025, it's set to be released with a $125 cover charge, 1,008 pages. Discover the definitive and explosive introduction to the modern version of the Suicide Squad by comics legend John Ostrander when new threats emerge deemed dangerous. When new threats emerge deemed too dangerous for the United States military, Batman, and even Superman, who is called to answer the call of duty. Who is called in to answer the call of duty seems like a job for Task Force X. This collects Suicide Squad 1 through 18, Checkmate, number 1, number 8, Manhunter, number 1, Justice League International, 13, Secret Origins, 14, Secret Origins, 28, Who's Who, 14, Detective Comics, 582, The Doom Patrol and Suicide Squad, number 1, Who's Who, the definitive directory of the DC Universe, 3 through 8, 11 and 12, 15 through 18, 20 through 23, and 25. The New Teen Titans, number 31, The Fury of Firestorm, 62 through 64, Firestorm, The Nuclear Man, Annual 5, Who's Who Update 1987 number 1 and 3 through 5. Legends 1 through 6. Millennium number 4. Who's Update 1988 1 through 4. Night Terror's Omnibus. This is a pleasant surprise. I've never read this series, but I've always been intrigued by it. Night Terror's Omnibus by Joshua Williamson and Casper Wingard. Set to release May 13th, 2025. Cover charge of $125, 1,464 pages. This collects Dawn of DC Night Terrors 20 through 23, FCBD Special Edition, number 1 Night Terrors, First Blood number 1, Night Terrors Night's End number 1, Night Terrors 1 through 4, Night Terrors, Action Comics 1 through 2, Night Terrors Batman 1 through 2, Night Terrors Black Adam 1 through 2, Night Terrors Catwoman 1 through 2, Night Terrors Detective Comics 1 through 2, Night Terrors Green Lantern 1 through 2, Night Terrors Harley Quinn 1 through 2, Night Terrors Nightwing 1 through 2, Night Terrors Poison Ivy 1 and 2, Night Terrors Robin 1 and 2, Night Terrors Shazam, Night Terrors Superman, Night Terrors Flash, Joker, Titans, Wonder Woman, Ravager, Night Terrors Zatanna, Night Terrors Punchline, Night Terrors Angel Breaker, all 1 and 2. So it sounds like it's like a mini series where they tell probably like terror stories featuring on a certain character. So hey, I'm locked in. I definitely will be picking this up. Red Hood and Outlaws is getting a reprint. Nightwing Prince of Gotham is getting a reprint. I already have it, but I know this has been coveted by a lot of people because once it dropped, just like that, it was out of stock. Suicide Squad New 52 Omnibus. Oh yeah. This run is fire. I loved it. I love the artwork. This is set to release April 29th, 2025. 816 pages. Nightwing Rebirth Omnibus. I'm so stoked for this. I read a few of these issues online and I was not disappointed. The whole Rebirth era was like one of my favorite eras of DC. So I'm so happy that Nightwing is getting an omnibus because guess what? It's Dick Grayson. We should been have more omnibuses of Dick Grayson. We only have 2, but it's better than 0. Let's keep it moving. Nightwing Omnibus set to release April 22nd, 2025. Cover price $125, 1,040 pages. Legion of Superheroes 5 years later is getting a reprint, y'all. Already have that one. So if you missed it, here's your chance to get it again. I love the artwork in it. I love the paneling. I love the 8-9 paneling that they do in this book. Big fan of that. Justice League by Scott Snyder and James Tynion. Now, I bought book 1, the deluxe edition. I read it, loved it so much that I didn't buy book 2 or book 3 because guess what? I knew that one day it would get an omnibus. That was about 3-4 years ago, but patience is a virtue, y'all. So I'm happy I waited because I love the first story arc. If I'm not mistaken, the first story arc, they fight like Atlantean gods, like water gods. That's what I remember, and I remember it being great. So can't wait to dive into the rest of the run. Justice League set to release April 8th, 2025. $150 cover charge, 1,224 pages. Batman the Golden Age Omnibus Volume 2 is getting a reprint. Doom Patrol Silver Age is getting a reprint. Deadman Omnibus is getting a reprint by Neil Adams and Jerry Conway. Green Arrow Archer's Quest Omnibus Volume 1. Yo, so excited to get more Green Arrow. Every Green Arrow comic that I've read is great. It's like all the superheroes that I'm least fond of have the best comics. Like Hulk, his comics are great. And just like Green Arrow, I love this series by Mike Grell, and it takes place where I'm from in Washington. So yeah, Archer's Quest Volume 1, Green Arrow. This is set to release March 11th, 2025, $100 cover price, 912 pages. We are also getting Batman by James Tynion Omnibus. Yo, let's go. This is set to release March 4th, 2025, $125 cover price, 1,016 pages. Batman by Neil Adams reprint. I've been waiting for this, y'all. I'm stoked for this. I have been waiting for it because I heard Neil Adams and his drawing of Batman is legendary. I can't wait to dive in and read the stories, admire that artwork. Oh yeah, let's go. That's set to release February 25th, 2025. $125 cover charge, 1,072 pages. Batman Nightfall Omnibus Volume 2 is getting a reprint. Yo, we need that Volume 3, y'all. Stop playing. Y'all know what every collector needs. We got Volume 1 and Volume 2. We need that Volume 3. Stop playing with me. Forever Evil Omnibus. Woo! Yeah, this was set to release years ago and it never came out, y'all. But we finally getting it. Let's go. Written by Jeff Johns, art by David Finch. February 2025, February 11th, 2025 is when it's set to release. $150 cover charge, 1,336 pages. Forever Evil. Okay, let's go. Wonder Woman Golden Age Omnibus Volume 6, set to release February 18th, 2025. $150 cover charge, 696 pages. Oh yeah, so that was the latest DC solicitations on Omnibus hardcovers. What are y'all most stoked for? Me? You already know. Deceased, baby. Deceased. And I'm intrigued by that Nightwing by Tom Taylor and that Ostrander Suicide Squad, man. But it's your boy, Super Duper Sean, man. I am stoked about these DC books. I cannot wait. I'm getting my Deathstroke the Terminator, bro. I'm getting Nightwing. I'm getting all the books that I've been wanting in Injustice 2 because I'm big in Injustice. Injustice 2, dog. Like, yes, let's go. I'm your boy, Super Duper. Deuces.